Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back for some more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous on Last Azlanti and Unfair. In the previous episode, we finished up exploring the initial section of Act 4, which is basically the Nexus, our new hub. We leveled up to level 16, and we also got our new Mythic level, Mythic rank 5. Took a little bit of time to go through the level ups, there was a lot to talk about, and now I need to arrange some other stuff that I did not have time for in the previous episode. The first one is going to be our new puppy, Mr. Mike here. Is still level 1. We're going to level him up. Now, he's going to be a very similar pet than any of the other ones we have. So, do not expect to see anything too different here. I'm going to take the usual stuff. At this point, I'm not sure if I even care too much about Die Hard, to be honest, because he's not going to be a mount. So, yeah, this just actually occurred to me, honestly. Because I typically do Die Hard, but this is more important early in the game, and especially if it's a mount. He's not a mount. So I can give him toughness for more HP. Or I can just start going on the offensive side. I'm going to take Fury's Fall here, yeah. So Fury's Fall. We're gonna give him point of int because I don't want to bother with equipping him with the hat for level up purposes. We are gonna give him improved arm strike, the usual crane style line. Because again, we want him to be offensive, but we also want him to be as tanky as he possibly can be. So crane style. I'm gonna put everything on strength now. Done. Okay, so I am gonna give you at this point outflank. We're probably gonna go for crane wing soon. So crane wing, extra defenses. More strength. And am I giving people crane riposte? I think I am. It's one less penalty on attack rolls. Provoking attack opportunity. Let me just check something here. If I look at Doggy Doggerson, I'm not actually. Because I gave him Die Hard, crane style, outflank, crane wing, Fury's Fall. So now it's kind of up to me what I want to take. What am I giving you? Oh, I also have to level him up. That's right. Kind of forgot. Ooh, you're gonna take... You have improved evasion already, which is awesome. You do have crane riposte plus Fury's Fall. Yeah, I'll just go down the same line. Okay. So let's take crane riposte. And now let me see what I want. I could give him weapon focus on something like bite. I could just give him toughness. I could give him improved critical. There's a lot of stuff I could give him, honestly. I can give him meta magic. Jesus Christ. Why is this available for a pet? Do I care about this? When you deal damage, impose a pet. Nah. Tandem trip. This could actually be quite nice if I also gave it to my other pets. Okay, so at this point, nobody has tandem trip. So there's really no point in doing this. I am simply going to look at this again. Because the only thing you have other than all that I've picked right now is Die Hard, which I don't care about. Okay, so I think I'm gonna give my puppy, Mr. Mike here, toughness. Because again, tandem trip, we cannot benefit from it right now. Could also go for weapon focus, but I don't think it's that necessary, honestly. God, sorry. Pets. Let me see something. If we go into character and martial, yeah, you basically only bite. You don't really do much else. So let's go for toughness. So you can have some extra HP to play with. And it's like the same defensive style feat as Die Hard, but more suitable for late game, I would say. Nice, 30 strength. And there we go. Let me also level up Big Bird. He also deserves some extra stuff here. Now, do I go for strength or do I go for dexterity? I guess I can just go for more dexterity to make him a little bit tankier. His base value is 18. I have been going for dexterity on him. Yeah, I'll keep it at, I'll keep increasing dexterity here for extra AC. Although at this point I'm not even sure if it's that necessary, but it's still fine. Okay, so Doggy Doggerson is dead. We have to wait to raise him. So now we're gonna go into our spells. So my spontaneous casters are sorted, of course. But my non-spontaneous casters might need some rework here. Animal aspect will need to get changed in terms of my buff setup, because if we use frightening aspect, that is a polymorph effect. So we can only have one. We have to be careful with this. On level 3, this is fine. On level 4, it's fine. Level 5, never really using this, but I think it's also fine. Fine. I am not sure if I want to keep using legendary proportions. Because like I said last time, I think legendary proportions and frightful aspect, they don't really stack. So let's actually look at this. It's a +6 size to strength, a +4 size to constitution, +6 form natural armor bonus, DR10 magic and spell resistance. Okay, so 6, 4, 6. If we look over here, we get a 6 size bonus to strength, 4 to constitution, 6 to natural armor. DR is worse. I guess the main thing here is that our weapons will deal more damage. I think it increases by 1 dice. Which I'm not sure if it's that relevant. So I think I can maybe free up this spell slot for something else. I could even just go for a heightened Phantasmal Web on level 7 instead of this. I think I will do that. So let's heighten you. Let's go to level 7. Let's put a different color here. Let's say like yellow. Right, that. So at level 7, I can take this out because my main character has this. And at level 8, we bring in Frightful Aspect. Very, very big spell right here. Let's start with Camellia, actually. So Camellia... Extra level 7 spell. I think for an extra level 7 spell, I will simply take more Creeping Doom or more heal. I guess more heal can be better. Could also take a harm in case I wanted to heal one of my undead friends. Not sure how relevant this is gonna be. I'll just keep it like this, I think. And on level 8. Wait, you have... Oh, from Okay, wait, because I have my new secret. And since I have my new secret, I have new spells. Which me, oh yeah. So you can go over there. Nature's Exile. This is a curse, don't care. Cape of Wasps. Partial concealment against range attacks. If anybody hits me in melee, they take some damage. I mean, it's better than Thorn Body, so I guess I can take this one instead. On level 5 we have Aspect of the Wolf. Don't care about it. On level 6 we have Beast Shape, also don't care about it. Level 7 we have Vine Trap. Don't care about it either. And level 8 we have Sea Mantles. Yeah, we no longer need Frightful Aspect on Camellia because we have my BFT now. And I had Cure Critical Wounds Mass, which can be useful against Undead. And I think I'll keep it like that. Yeah, I'll just keep it like this. I'm gonna take another one. Alright. So my Scald remains the same. Yeah, he can't even cast these spells because his charisma is very low. I should fix this somehow. Sealer remains the same. So my Cleric now has the biggest changes here. Okay. It's fine. Yeah. So now, over here, what do I really want? I can just take more Hellfire Rays. Because in terms of meta magic for right now, I only have Bolster. And on level 6, the only thing I can bolster really is Hellfire Ray. I should be taking this though. Do you have it? You have it. But I kind of want all of this. I'm gonna take Raise Dead here. And you can take the, and I'm gonna take another heal here. And you can take... I'll just take out one of these. I have my Bonded Holy Symbol in case I want some more Dispel Magic. So we'll take this. Okay, right. So going back over here. I have that. Yeah, so... I think I'm just gonna put more Hellfire Rays. I'll put one Destruction over here. Yeah. And level 8 I had already gone through. Okay, good. So I think our level ups are complete. Our spell selections are complete. Let's look at our buff setup. So for my buff setup, we have a new pet. But it's gonna be complicated with everybody just standing here. Ah, god damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the buff setup once we actually have our full team. Okay, so with this, let's rest. I will take the Conflagrant Tackle. No, I said her, thank you. And eventually I would also like to start scribing some scrolls. But I need a better scroll scribe kit for that. Conversation with Greybor, that's a companion quest. He's over there. Let's go and speak to him. Interesting news has reached my ears, Cordam. There has been talk among the more disreputable citizens in Alushinyrra that someone is hiring the most vicious thugs and cutthroats to kill a certain Willowdus. A familiar name, isn't it? I strongly suspect that this is the same Willowdus who set me up during the assassination of Darazan. I'd call that a fortuitous coincidence. Okay. How did you get this information? Just free experience. I am an assassin. If I didn't know how to obtain rumors, I'd be out of work. I visited a few taverns, including a place called Bad Luck. It's a real cesspool, and information flows into it from all over the city. I was approached by someone who was looking for thugs to hire. He was the one who told me everything. I would have found out more if I had talked to him longer, but after he called me a bloody larva, he needed a dentist, and I needed a new mug of beer. Okay, so what do you suggest? I'll be damned if I let a bunch of incompetent thugs get to him before me. No, first I must have a little chat with Lilith, and then they can do whatever they want with him. How about we leave those hapless goons in the dust and visit Lilith's mansion first? Sounds like an exciting challenge, doesn't it? Alright. Excellent. Okay, so eventually I'm gonna level Greyboard up for these quests, but not right now. We have some exploring to do in Alushinyrra. Can I level up Doggy Doggerson now? Yes. Level 15, awesome. So you are taking Crane Riposte here. And also improved evasion, awesome. Alright, so let's take our full team. So that I can actually look at Bubbles buffs and set up my buff setup. Because things are gonna change now that we have access to Frightful Aspect on Cordampini. And they're gonna change drastically. Okay, so now, with my full team, and like I... Yeah, this got turned off. I think because of the hub. Like I said, I could have done this outside of the video, but I think it's important to go through the thought process that I go through for my choices. So, with the team now, we can actually look at this a little bit better. We have how many casts of this, by the way? We have 7 casts of level 8 spells and 9 casts of level 7 spells. Awesome. Very, very awesome. Okay, so let's go over here. So in terms of buff setup, let's review this. You two are getting enlarged, which is fine. I don't have shield? Oh, I think I know why. Okay, I think I know why. I think it's because... Where is it? I think it's because of the Lich spell. Bone shield, yeah. Plus 6 shield bonus to AC, yeah. So it doesn't stack. That's fine. This is fine. Mage armor. Actually, before we do this, we have to equip him. Okay, so let's go through this. It takes a little bit of time. So I can just give you some kind of belt, just because why not? In terms of gloves, do you require something? Okay. As for a helmet, what are you guys using? You have Helmet of Camaraderie, that's true. You have this one, yeah. So I can just give you something like Wisdom. Or even just Mental Flow. Why not? You can take an Amulet of Mighty Fists, +2. It doesn't stack with the gloves, right? Enhancement bonus on attack, enhancement bonus on attack. Yes, it doesn't stack with the gloves, right? I don't have any other gloves, but this can just go away. What else? Take a Cloak of Resistance +3. No need for Mage Armor with this. This is for archery. Don't care about that. Okay, so what else do I have to give you? Nothing really. Okay, so now with this we can actually look at the buffs again. So he does not need mage armor, because he has the bracers. Protection from evil, I am giving it to all of these. And I'm spending all of my costs. Reduce person is fine. I can actually make reduce person stack with frightful aspect, I think. So I could kind of do that. Okay, so if we go over here. Sorry, I'm thinking... Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this, try it out. You can have Hurricane Bow. Should have done this before I rested, that's true, but... Oh well. Because essentially what I'm gonna want is, I'm gonna take this out. And I'm gonna bring this one in. Yeah, just like that. Important. Powerful change. Awesome. So this way, everybody gets reduced. And then they get the frightful aspect, which is going to make them better. And those stack. Blood I also want on my new pet. Animal aspect raptor I no longer want on these two, because they're going to have frightful aspect. So, do I even need enlarged person with frightful aspect? I don't think I do. Let's take these off. This is fine. This is fine. Resist cold is fine. Vampiric blade, protection from arrows. All this is fine. Life bubble, echolocation. Sure. Heroism greater. If you had some costs, I would also give it to you two. But not right now. Angelic aspect I don't need on you because I have the greater form. Bone shield is up, false great is up. True seeing I always want on myself. That's gonna be something that happens here. On at least myself. Blessing of Unlife I can also cast on myself always. Veil of Heaven. Remove Fear. Feather Step Mask. Good Hope. Freedom of Movement. Freedom of Movement. I have one more. No, I have actually several more. So I can do it like this. I prefer it on you. Actually, wait. Because I think somebody has boots. No, they don't. They don't. I could have... Wait. I could have sworn somebody had boots that gave immunity to freedom effect or to movement effects. But I guess I removed those. No, it's Cordampina. Yeah, so Cordampina has them. Which means buff setup, freedom of movement. This is unnecessary. It's redundant. So I'll put it here and there. Bless, bark skin also goes for my new pet. Delay poison is being used. Magical vestment is being used. Magical vestment shield is being used. True seeing communal. I'll take this off, I think. Bull strength mass is to be used. This is what's happening here. Why is this showing up as red? You can use it. Shield of Faith, I also... I need one more for my new pet. Eagle Splendor going there and there is fine. Fine Traps is fine. Crusader's Edge is fine. Death Ward, I have 3 by default. I have one more. I'll give it to you. Fine, fine. This is also acting up. But for right now, you can have it. Hurricane Bow, yeah, we are sharing with you. I don't think this works. Fox's Cunning, reduce person mass. Animal Growth also goes here. Cat's Grace goes everywhere. Okay, so now for Frightful Aspect. This is the part that I'm kind of concerned about. Because this requires these two, Powerful Change and Allow Transmutation, or Allow Share, which is going to consume my points very, very quickly. However, I do want it as much as I possibly can get it. So, essentially, I would like it like this. This would be my desired way of working through this. Now, I do want to apply Reduce Person before I apply Frightful Aspect. So I'm thinking about using or putting this in the short duration buffs button, just so it's easier to use. I still don't know why this is... Okay, that's better. So I basically only need to fix Shield of Faith. So for Shield of Faith, we have to take out something at level 1. I guess I can remove... I'm never using Divine Favor anyway, so... Just give me Shield of Faith here. My OCD. Okay. And this should have the buff setup entirely correct. Okay. Now, all that said and done, nearly half the episode spent on preparations, but you know, again, it is what it is. We're gonna start exploring Alushinyrra. Now, most of the city is gonna be actually safe. But some parts of the city are not safe. You are gonna get ambushed, certain things are gonna happen, so you typically want to be buffed up to deal with those eventualities. Why are you walking so slow, Mike? I don't know. The port area, I believe, is safe. That's why I didn't bother pre-buffing yet. And I'm coming here for a couple of reasons. I'm going to show you guys where you can go for the other part of the DLC of the Midnight Isles. And I also want to go to a merchant to sell some of the crap that we have. Because we do have a lot of crap. There we go. There's a ship. Now, I'll be honest, this second part of the DLC and third part of the DLC, I think I've only done like once before to test it out. So I don't really remember too well what's waiting for me there. But we'll get through it. So we have a lot of crap over here. This can all go. These can all go. Delamere's bow, shock composite bow. You can go. You can go. I'll keep that one. Go. Go. Well, we have a lot of money to be made here, at least. So I'm happy about that. I'm never really gonna use that. These can go, these can go. So, a bunch of money here. Clearing out the inventory is the biggest deal here. I could clear out some more of this, but honestly, I don't think I have the patience to go through it right now. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so here we could go for the second part of the DLC. And I'm gonna come here, I imagine relatively soon. But first I want to go through the city at least a little bit. Pick up some quests, maybe say hello to Minago. And then come back. It's also going to be important for me to check if my buff setup is working as intended. So we shall look at that right now. And I say this because, like I said, in the city there will be a lot of areas which are safe. Why is this visible? Strange. But you are going to get ambushed kind of randomly. Not a real ambush, but certain fights will pop up, so you want to be buffed up if possible. So let's go for our normal buffs here. So far so good. You have 4 charges. Buff importance, we need some more of these.
I do things my way.
Okay. So I think we might have enough for the frightful aspects. I'm hoping so, at least. So let's see. Is everybody downsized? Oh no, because okay. Because I didn't have the spell memorized, that's right. So let's see if we can get the short buffs to work fine. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of these, because for every single cast, we need 2 points. Yeah, so they go down very quickly. But I think we have enough. Yeah, so Frightful Aspect. Frightful Aspect. Frightful Aspect.
Battles await.
Done, done, and done. Okay, so we have a +8 over here. This is all looking fine. And again, Frightful... Oh god, did I mess this up? Frightful Aspect is a polymorph effect. So I no longer need something like Animal Aspect. Although I do need this on you. Yeah, that's right, because you have no way currently of proccing polymorph. So I can just do this again. There we go.
I'll watch your back.
And this means you have Master Shapeshifter working. Okay, so everybody has everything working fine. Big Bird is still goddamn huge.
No reason to pause.
No one stands in my way.
I still cannot mount Bismuth like this. Okay, so science time, I suppose. You have a +6 from... sorry, no. Oh, it... Because he has a +10 string from Animal Growth. And a +6 from Animal Growth. So this does nothing. Frightful Aspect doesn't do anything here. But we do get a +6 from Frightful Aspect in terms of natural armor. What I am thinking, however, is... there really is no point... there really is no point in using powerful transformation on animal companions. Because they're not going to benefit from it. At the same time, however, I cannot set up my buffs here to give some people powerful and some other people not powerful. So I'll just leave it like this. Okay.
Never a dull moment.
So if I give you this on Bismuth. Whoops. He doesn't even really care. Yeah, because again, he doesn't get anything from it. Yeah, so it's all the same thing. Okay, it's just for the size.
I will help
Okay,
where
that's
I
fine.
can.
I'm losing
So
my
mount up.
temper.
Something we always want when dealing with demons is we want resist fire and protection from fire. Because some of them love to just cast fire spells. We are not protected. I am marked as undead. Perfect, let's give a haste and let's start exploring the city. And this city has a few mechanics which I freaking hate. So some of them are that you need to use a lot of dimension door to be able to reach certain areas. And the other mechanic I hate is you need to move your camera to lock and unlock certain areas of this city. You may find that cute for like the first 5 minutes, but other than that, it's just very annoying. The abyss is chaos and everything in it is constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. Yes, that's the motivation for this, but it just sucks in my opinion. And I know a lot of people also hate this kind of exploration.
Am I not?
But yeah, there's no way around it, so... Ah, wait, let me see something here. It doesn't say. I was trying to see if I could find... if you have 2d6 because of legendary proportions or not. Yeah, because you have 1d8 only, but you have 2d6. Yeah, I think legendary proportions does make a difference in terms of the damage, but I don't think it's that important to warrant spending a lot of reagents just for that. Wait, why aren't you mounted?
Together, we stand.
I said mount.
Let's move
Thank you.
already.
A bright future awaits us.
God damn it. Okay. We have these two here, which are named Zara. The sound of your footsteps startles a demon and she gives you a baleful look. You have disturbed me, mortal. Why have you broken my solitude? On second thought, save your answers. Your reasons do not interest me. A boy of about 12 stands next to her. The boy examines his wrists, which are covered in strange round scars that look like they may have come from suction cups. His inflamed skin, burning eyes, and general appearance suggest that demon blood runs through his veins. He lifts his gaze and gives you a long, sad look. Who are you? I am Zara the Grim, mortal worm, the most skillful explorer of the dark depths of Ishtar. I learned from Master Willowdus himself, the trusted mage of Our Lady in Shadow. One day I will surpass my master's skill and take his place. Everyone knows this, including Willowdus himself. So next time you dare to address me, do so with respect if you'd like your head to remain on your shoulders. Bitch, I will murder you. What are you doing? I'm listening to the ocean, and waiting for this worthless whelp to recover enough strength to plunge back into Ishtar's depths. What a shame that I cannot walk its paths myself. How ironic that the most coveted mysteries are revealed to the most pitiful of creatures. Mortals. Who is this boy? The demon gives you an arrogant snort. Zorsis is my son, the best of my offspring. He is helpful and obedient, which is the only reason I condescend to take care of this wretched creature. Are you alright, kid? The boy flinches as you speak to him. He looks at you with amazement, perhaps even fear. Then his eyes dart to the demon. Mother, may I speak to him? The demon's voice holds suspicion and anger. Don't speak to the boy. What do you want with him? Are you plotting to steal him away? Be warned. If you lay a finger on him, you will regret it. What would you want for yourself, Shores? What would I want? In the depths, nobody knows this word, want, and I wasn't taught it on the surface either. I know how to obey, dive, be quiet, but I don't know how to want. What can I want? Stop addressing my property, worm, or I'll pour the waters of Ishtar down your throat and let the ocean's tiny mollusks devour you from the inside and turn you into their shell. I will not let you torture this boy. I am taking him away from you. The demon looks you over and the confidence in her eyes fades. She shrugs. You want to take the boy? I don't care. He's yours. So she swapped her approach very quickly. I won't fight over a trifle like the life of some mortal spawn, especially since it's nearly exhausted its usefulness. Take him and do as you want with him. What a lovely mother, isn't she? The boy you saved from his wicked mother gives you a look that is both sad and mature beyond his years. I sense a certain darkness within this youth hiding deep inside. Yet he himself is not evil. His soul is pure and kind as a child's soul should be. Now, as you go through Act 4, I believe if you do a lot of good actions, the hand of the inheritor will like you. And this will play a role later on, I think in Act 5, where you get a chance to actually save the inheritor. It will determine if you can save him or if he has to die. So we want to be good. The boy is silent and focused, as if he too heard the voice of the hand, and he suddenly responds. Does this spirit speak the truth? Is there really darkness inside me? But how can I carry evil in me yet not be... evil? His gaze pierces you as if he wants to say something else, but reconsiders at the last moment. Please don't tell me we shall be traveling through the abyss with this creature. We chased away his mother, which is more than anyone else has done for him. I suggest we allow this boy to decide his own fate. Abandon him in the middle of the abyss? Do you have any idea what he'll do to a lone, helpless child? You are an adult and he is a child. It is your duty to take care of him and keep him safe. Oh, Iomedae, was Horgus really such a bad father that you don't even understand this? Okay. Camellia looks past Scylla with contempt. He is a demon. I do understand he reminds you of the repulsive creature you were as an adolescent, but surely you do not intend to raise a spawn of the abyss to be a paladin of Iomedae? How do you propose to do that? Will you teach him not to tear people apart and feed him blood from your breast instead of milk? God damn. He's done nothing wrong, and I do not sense evil within him. But if we abandon him to his fate, the abyss may prevail and sow darkness in his soul. Camellia's voice is so quiet that you can barely hear her. Perhaps that is exactly what he wants. Can you see and hear the hand of the inheritor? Yes. He glows, and he is not evil. I think I like him, but I feel there is an irreconcilable conflict between us. It is unfortunate. So this child can hear and see me. He is not evil, nor is he a sorcerer, a mage, or a wizard. He wields no spells that could reveal the unseen and carries no such spells cast by someone else. He just sees. What powers does this youth possess? He has the long eye. Who are you? Mother named me Georges. I am a creature of her making, and until recently I was her creature in every way. I had many brothers and sisters, but none survived her research, so I was the only one left. Now that my mother is gone, I don't know who I am. Am I Zorzes? But that name means nothing. It was whispered into my mother's ear by Ishiar. So who am I? Tell me about your mother. Her name is Ara the Grim. She used to be a pauper, a diver who collected what Ishiar had taken. The ocean has no floor, so she recovered whatever hadn't sunk too deep, but those bounties were as generous as Ishiar is harsh. No one knows the ocean as well as she did. She knows the safe passages and she guides ships, swimming at half speed so they don't fall behind. She is a child of Ishiar. She was created in it. Her first cry burst from her lips the moment she broke the surface. But many centuries have passed since her incarnation. She is dark, like Ishiar. Cruel, like Ishiar. Powerful and uncompromising, like Ishiar. Fertile and merciless towards her children, like Ishiar. What magical experiments did she perform on you? I am too young, and I don't know enough to judge them. We'd go to the shore, to Ishiar. She'd feed me potions, then force me to dive. Deeper and deeper every time. By the time I was 8, I could dive so deep the water pressed on me from all sides, and my body no longer wanted to ascend. I had to stay there as long as I could. Then I'd come up, my nose bleeding, and sometimes my mouth and ears as well, even my eyes. The next day, Mother would make me drink a different potion, then send me down again. It was so dark down there. I could feel the touches of strange dark things. Sometimes their vibrations reached me as if they were communicating with me. On those days, I vomited black slime. Wonderful. I tried to hear their voices, but I never had enough time. Mother would be furious, beat me, brew a new potion, then make me dive deeper, stay longer. The last time I spent 7 hours in the water. There were so many vibrations that enveloped me. I then realized I am neither food nor an enemy, though I have the blood of the enemy in my veins. What does it mean? I don't understand. It was a little boring, so I imagined that I was a giant octopus floating in the deep, waiting for prey. I'm afraid no one else will tell you more about me because you angered my mother and she is vindictive. So what are we going to do with you now? I'd rather not go home, and I have nowhere else to go. What do they do, those who have nowhere to go? I don't know. Maybe I should live in Alushinyrra? Champion, we have no right to leave him here by himself. He needs care, and fate has entrusted you with his child. I have faith that you will make the right choice. Okay, we'll explain how to get to the Nexus. You will find refuge at my camp if you so choose. The boy nods solemnly. Thank you for not deciding for me, but granting me the right to choose. Others have not done this, and so I accept our invitation. The little one is now safe in your care. Neither his cruel mother nor a remorseless kidnapper will cause him further harm. I am glad we share a belief that children should not be victims of such evil. I am certain young Zorsis will be better off on Galarian. Awesome. We have saved a child demon. The Midnight Isles, the abyssal realm of Nocticula, can be found in Alushinyrra, the great ocean of the abyss. Okay. A sturdy door locked and covered with frightening carved pictures. I wonder if this is what I think it is.
How much longer, I wonder?
A group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with messy dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't seem to notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. Geocot. The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize in a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy parasites! Who's in charge here? The young man lowers his puppet and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I would like to invite your leader to a romantic dinner. With candles. I'll pay for everything, of course. Watch out, they might cut your throat. And I think they are very sweet citizens. The beggars whisper among themselves. You manage to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy, leave him be, and what if he bites you before the crowd disappears? Or disperses? The young man jots something down in his notebook. I'm guessing is a reference to something. Trickery 44. Interesting. We have 52.
I hope you appreciate this.
What does this even do? This might be Minago. I think if it is, she's not here yet. Right?
What's on your mind? I wonder. Now, what is that?
I'm stealthing because I'm kind of afraid of some kind of
What do we have here?
weird stuff. It seems to be empty.
I am helpful,
Okay.
am I not?
You are helpful, Camellia. I'm pretty sure we're gonna come back here later.
Am I not?
But for right now, we're simply looting the place. We picked up the recipe for Demon Slayer soup, which could have been very important. But we have it already. God, I can't even see the loot with all of my massive people here. Okay. Let's go outside. I still have haste. Okay. I think we're gonna get intercepted by a demon at some point here.
Side.
I found something.
A trap? Yeah, sometimes they're very high on the buildings. We're gonna go for those things later. There's the demon, I think. Yep. The sound around you fades and the world is plunged into eerie silence. Street noise never ceases in Alushinyrra, but even it has disappeared. You are surrounded by thick and impenetrable darkness from which 3 pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. Who are you and what do you want from me? Many questions, few answers. Nazirius. I am Nazirius. I kill. The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It is impossible to say whether it is boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact. Minago the Lilitu purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You are a mortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap? An opportunity? An enigma? Nazirius, what are you? There was a Fey Lord. There was an opulent court. There was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown, the court is disbanded, the executioner is gone. Now I am here, peddling death. So what exactly are you? You realize you are facing an Anku. Ah, these bitches from Kingmaker. These evil creatures have control over shadows and often serve powerful Fey Lords as executioners and assassins. It is not surprising this creature makes a living in Alushinyrra as a killer for hire, now that its master is gone. And yet this Anku looks unusual even for a Fey. The creature must have somehow become tied by blood to the demons during its journey through the abyss. Now, Ankus in Kingmaker are very dangerous, because they love to cast Prismatic Spray. And Prismatic Spray is a spell that has a chance to just perma-kill you in one shot. So, in Last Azlanti, we do not want to face these creatures. One shouldn't underestimate mortals. I twice defeated Minago. Clearer now. Even more perplexing now. How could a mortal defeat a Lilitu? Trickery. I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. Intimidate. Minago sent you to your death. I have laid waste to armies of demons. You cannot hope to overpower me. And this is kinda true. Minago is afraid of you. Why? Something is wrong. The monster lapses into puzzled silence. Minago is not a lord, just a client. The deal can be terminated, but there is a condition. Reputation. A cheated customer means a ruined reputation. Kill Minago. No client, no contract, no problem. Okay, we have a deal. Where is she? A house in the lower city appears in your mind. Find her there. Come and kill her. The monster silently vanishes. Your ears are once again filled by the ceaseless din of Alushinyrra streets. Okay, this is awesome. We've turned the assassin against the client. Ah, she's over here. Yeah, on the other side. Okay.
Now what is that?
Another trap, which I'm guessing is also up there. The Bad Luck Tavern. The flow of lava rushing through Alushinyrra to the ocean originates from somewhere at the very top of the city. Okay, let's check out the tavern. Now, something to say about this tavern here. You can rest on the tavern. You can even pay for it. What? What's happening here?
Well,
or I should... Oh, wait. Or I should say you have to...
this pain is excruciating.
I thought the trigger was over here. And the trap was over there. Well, this is why we have Last Stand, right?
I hear the voice
God
of the
damn it.
spirits.
Just one-shot her. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Our time has come.
Just wasting my time and my spells, but okay. Just gonna use some calming touches. Like I was saying, you can rest in the tavern, but there's really no point, because
You can trust
you have to pay for it, and it's free to just go to the Nexus and rest there. We picked up the Prismatic Ring. Allows you to cast Prismatic Spray once per day as a level 17 wizard. Okay. We can recharge this ring by consuming spells for which a sum of their levels must be equivalent to at least 9. Yeah, I'll never use it. You can rest here. You have to pay for it. So there's no upside, I think. And you get ambushed if you rest in the tavern. And it can be dangerous because you're gonna get ambushed while you are alone. Which is kinda sucky if your main character isn't that powerful. And you are also unbuffed for that fight, so... You do want to be careful with that. We have a portal over here. We can go to the Nexus.
That is quite a discovery.
We spotted something there. And we are gonna speak with the named characters here. So we have the red mask. Get lost, I'm not looking for new companions. Okay, so nothing from her yet. We have Mielara. Greeting you with a nod is a middle-aged sorceress with short dark hair, a skinny face and prominent cheekbones that bring to mind images of predatory birds. Despite the dark circles under her eyes and her overall worn-out look, her voice sounds friendly and welcoming. Hey, you're not a local, are you? Have you come from Galarian? That makes us fellow countrymen, since I hail from Absalom. This is a city. Okay. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Magister Mielara, a certified specialist in resolving magic-related issues and the captain of an airship called Starcatcher III. What's a sorceress from Absalom doing in this rat hole in the middle of the abyss? For a couple of seconds, the woman's gaze grows distant and a bitter expression appears on her face before quickly fading. I suppose you could say that I'm trying to cheat my own fate. In the current stage of my life, the abyss seems like the best port to call home for me. There aren't a lot of experienced and, at the same time, trustworthy captains around here, so I never sit idle. You seem honest. How do you manage to survive in this place? Frowning a little, Mielara crosses her arms in a resolute gesture. I see what you're getting at. You're asking how a captain who doesn't grab everything that isn't bolted down, a captain that doesn't steal cargo and doesn't throw passengers overboard, how can they survive surrounded by a gang of bloody pirates? My answer is simple. My principles protect me. I strictly follow the unwritten aeronaut code. I never ignore those in distress, I never attack other vessels, and I honor the integrity of the cargo that I am entrusted with. Maybe I look like an idiot to the other captains, but I don't care. My doggedness earns their respect, even if it also provokes their ire. Besides, they know that I'm stubborn, and I'll defend myself until the very end. I suppose that's a real reason why they haven't slit my throat and seized my ship yet. Okay. I don't think I care too much about this. I'll just go through it. Does she even really matter? In terms of quests? I guess not. Okay. Let's talk to the barkeeper. Burgas. A wrinkled demon with broken fangs and a missing eye stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect. Yet it seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. He greets you with venom in his tones. This is Burgas Fortescue. Welcome to the bad luck. I'm Burgas, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a high standard of service in that it's better to eat and drink here instead of a ditch. Wow. Sleep here at your own risk, drown the rest of your life in cheap swill, or purchase goods of the highest quality and dubious origin. Well, he's honest at least. Upon giving your entourage an appraising look, the demon adds in a silken voice. We accept payment in golden slaves. Dirty floor, terrible blues, a clientele of scoundrels, each one more dreadful than the last, and an innkeeper who's a crook and probably a creep. Ah, the perfect venue to celebrate our arrival in this god's-forsaken place. Who wants to keep me company and maybe even entertain the other patrons with a few Christmas songs? I doubt they've heard them before. Where can I find Nocticula? The demon goggles then bursts into deafening laughter. Tiny bugs fly out of his maw. Wiping away bloody tears and giggling, he grabs a particularly nimble insect and tosses it back down his gullet. You can find her in the palace, mortal. The thing is, she won't see just anyone. The last person who had the nerve to show up uninvited now lives in the catacombs, and everyone calls him Scrap. Care to guess why? I don't know who you think you are, but you will not be allowed on her doorstep unless she invites you herself. And to receive an invitation from Nocticula, you've got to be an influential and renowned figure in Alushinyrra. Or you could do something to piss her off. Sometimes those two things are one and the same. Okay, so how do I earn an invitation from Nocticula? We've learned this already from the hand of the inheritor. Maybe not, I guess. Your chances are slim, but you look cocky, so you could try the gladiator fights in right. You can try the gladiator fights in Battle Bliss. It tells you about the arena. Everybody loves a good butcher. The dirtier and bloodier you fight, the more respect you'll earn. Only fools fight fair, so you must prove you know the ways of the fighter's craft. The crowd will love you if you torment the loser before finishing them off. Make them shriek, squeal, and beg for death. And then you can count on having the fight of your life. You will face a Nahindrian League champion. Your death will be a symphony of suffering the audience will forever remember. Most can only dream of such a fate. You can cozy up to someone in the upper city. The more influential your patron, the more respect you will be shown. Just remember that in Alushinyrra, only the most skilled predators make it to the top, like Lady Valexia. More often than not, their offer of friendship is an introduction to their intrigues, and they will get into your head, twist your thoughts, make you hate yourself, and make you destroy everything you ever loved with your own hands. That's their idea of fun. If you know how to, shall we say, solve problems, you could try to get under Shamira's wing. She presides over the harem of ardent dreams in the Middle City and rules Alushinyrra. Lady Nocticula does not stoop to such trifles herself. Commanding this city is dirty bloody work, and Shamira is always in need of capable assistance, especially since he changes them as soon as they start to recover dark deeds. Walk through the slums. Everyone you'll see there tried to climb higher but fell into a trap. There are plenty of warnings in their incoherent ramblings. Okay, let's rumors. Sure. I'll just walk through this, I think. We're getting some information. Okay. And we also received a gold coin from the Bad Luck Tavern. I think this means we can now teleport into this place. So one last thing, mortal, you must have noticed Alushinyrra was not built for your kind. It would be easy for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death if you don't know how to fly or teleport. But why should I want you to die when you're still drinking? Take this. If you lose your way, take it to any arch and it will transport you here. Nocticula's idea, to aid guests from other planes such as yourself. Okay, so useful. And show me your wares. Oh? By the way, I have something unique I can offer only to you. A Nahindrian crystal. It holds incredible power. Now, I think this is fake. Keep it. And what does he offer? He offers some ingredients. He offers the Demon Slayer soup recipe. Nahindrian quote-unquote crystal. Gives us a +1 competence bonus on knowledge world skill checks. We don't care about that. Yeah, so basically he sells ingredients and a couple of potions, which we don't really care about. Okay, so I think we are going to finish up this episode here. A lot of conversation, but we are exploring a new place, so it is to be expected. I think we can go to the upper part of the city by going up these stairs. But I actually want to go here, I think.
How much longer, I wonder?
We'll leave this one for the next one. So, my friends, as always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all? If you want to share your thoughts about this area of Alushinyrra, which I know a lot of people don't really like, feel free to leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe. There's a lot of more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.